Active Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis. This time we're taking a look at GDX. That is the Gold Miners Index. And we're going to be doing this analysis because of the Brexit incident that occurred. And I also had a request to analyze dust. So this is going to be an important area to look at. Obviously, if we're looking at dust, we're going to want to look at GDX as well. So doing this GDX analysis. Sorry for the beeping in the background. Let me turn that off just one moment. Okay, now back to the analysis. So we have our pivot points here on the chart, and let me just kind of go through those real quick. So we have our pivot point at 2780 right here. Next one's going to be 2690. And this one is going to be 2660. So I'm just going to leave this one here since this is obviously 2880 and this is obviously 2660, but on this diagram we don't have 2690 on the right hand side like we do here and here, so I'm going to leave 2690 right there for you guys to take a look at. Anyways, so this chart is actually looking pretty bullish to me. It's interesting because we had this major gap up after the Brexit news, and then look what happened right here. Kind of pushed above 2780, but kind of got denied. You know, we did not really turn to support, and we got denied really hard here, falling down to 2660 and then kind of hovering right below it, pushing back up to 2690, and there we kind of channeled for a bit, and we did end up pushing above 2690, and everything's looking pretty bullish here overall now. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but this is a 30-minute chart. Each candlestick is going to be 30 minutes. So first few hours, yeah, really bullish, pushed up. We did dip a little bit, but we made some higher lows. You know, we had the gap up here. We had this low, then we had these lows, and then these lows. Then a massive selling off occurred right there. That's when we fell down and made the lows here, and now some lows up there. So we have some higher lows, nice staircase there. The averages are looking pretty bullish. We have the 13, the 20, the 50 period all in the bullish order. And our relative strength index is also getting bullish. We have the fast average on the RSI above the 80 line, slow average working its way up to the 80 line as well, but still about halfway in no man's land, so not quite entirely bullish on the RSI yet. Let's take a look at where we went overbought. We went overbought there, and over here we went overbought. Well, interestingly enough, we actually went overbought, not on this giant candle, but right over here is when we actually went overbought on the RSI. And we stayed overbought all the way up until this red candle here. That's when we started legging down, and then this bullish candle here actually didn't even bring us up. We saw a little spike in the RSI slightly, and then that would have been an indicator that we probably weren't going to hold the support. We pushed up and stayed overbought in this area here, but then once we had another candle, push above that 2780 pivot point, the RSI did not go back to overbought. It barely curved. So that would have been an indication that we probably were going to see some selling off, and indeed we sold off, went oversold, hovered around oversold the entire time basically until we went overbought in this area. Now, we're not entirely overbought yet, but let's see. We have the fast average overbought, and it's already higher than the previous overbought area. So if the slow average does get overbought as well, we know for a fact that it's going to be somewhere up here. So the chart is definitely looking bullish. For our support, we have trailing support with those SMAs. The 50 period average going to have some trailing support around 2640, and it's working its way up. And then for the trailing support off the 20 and 13 period averages, you're looking at right around 2670. And of course, we have 2690 as our pivot point. So some really good support all along this area right here. Really good support. And then this, if we keep legging up, this 50 period average is going to be really close to this pivot point in 2660. So we'll have some good support at 2660. So overall, the chart's looking pretty bullish to me. I know, what was your name? I apologize. I'm trying to look up the post. I know Murdank, you did ask me to analyze dust, but yeah, obviously if GDX is looking bullish, dust is not going to be looking great. So basically this would be looking more like a nugget purchase and not a dust purchase in my opinion. Now, you know, this is pretty volatile. Obviously we saw a major increase here, huge gap up right there, and then another nice higher lows, and then a major selling off. So really anything can happen. when this was occurring, we were looking really bullish there, and then we had that massive selling off. So technical analysis on GDX right now is going to be kind of rough. The markets are absolutely insane. But overall, with the data in front of us, I would be more bullish on GDX than I would be bearish. So that's really all I have to say about GDX for now. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave some feedback below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.